Leclerc really has a book of words of wisdom.
We heard a funny radio call with your engineer in Melbourne about water in your seat.
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
And you said, to quote you, let's add that to the words of wisdom. I mean, is there a book? Is there some kind of note of these words of wisdom?
Yes, there is, but it's an inside joke. We are keeping track with my engineers some of the discussions that happens over the 7 years that are funny in some way, in one way or the other, and we call that the words of wisdom.
Sainz attended the track's groundbreaking ceremony as the image ambassador of the Madrid Circuit. After the track released the track demonstration lap yesterday, it also revealed more detailed layout information at the event. Built in the suburbs northeast of the Spanish capital, close to Barajas Airport, the Circuit of Madrid is similar to the Miami Grand Prix in that it is a fusion of street and permanent track. According to the track, the Madrid Circuit will be one of the most difficult tracks on the calendar. The track is 5.4 kilometers long and contains 22 turns. The estimated qualifying lap time is 1 minute and 32 seconds. The actual track width is 15 meters on the main straight and turn 1, and 12 meters on other sections. It seems quite narrow at the moment, and overtaking opportunities are very limited. The main straight is 589 meters long, and the distance from Ganway to turn 1 is only 200 meters. After passing turn 3, it will pass through the city street section. The uphill section from turn 3 to turn 4 is 670 meters long, and the maximum speed can reach 340 kilometers per hour. Turns 5 and 6 are another very narrow section, with an upward slope of 8 degrees through the tunnel and then starting to go downhill. The biggest highlight of the entire track is that it is named Wang. Turn 12 of Monumental, which means Memorial Bullring, is a 500-meter-long curve with an inclination of 24 degrees, which puts a severe test on tires. This is a very challenging area, but also visually very spectacular, where a 45,000-seat stand will be built. Although Pérez has temporarily left the F1 arena, the mayor of Mexico City revealed that the Mexican Grand Prix will renew its contract next week. The new agreement is expected to last for 3 years and will be renewed until the end of 2028. The Mexican Grand Prix lost government funding in 2018. It has always been operated and managed by a private trust fund established by business people, with the contract renewed every 3 years. Since 2018, the number of dojo spectators at the Mexico station has continued to grow in each season and has now reached more than 400,000 for 2 consecutive seasons, second only to the UK and Australia stations. Marko commented on the performance of the Red Bull drivers. Verstappen's start in the Saudi Grand Prix was not as good as Piastri's because his wheels slipped in the second and third gears, so he was overtaken by Piastri. Oda has been driving for Red Bull for 3 weekends, and his speed and approach are good. He will be well behind Verstappen in the tighter qualifying. The normal gap should be 0.2 seconds to 0.3 seconds, and he needs to get out of his own way. The collision with Gasly on the first lap was possible, and according to our calculations, he would have finished 6th, a huge improvement because before him, our second car was rarely close to the top 10. Let's talk about Toro Rosso. Lawson has performed well since returning to Toro Rosso. He was slightly faster than Haijar in qualifying in Saudi Arabia, and his performance in the race was almost the same as Haijar. The New Zealander has already made it out of the first camp. I think Haijar was the surprise of the first stage of the season. The young Parisian rider was unfamiliar with most tracks, but was able to run fast from the start, and apart from that one mistake in Australia, made few mistakes in the rest of the race. Haijar achieved what many rookie drivers find difficult to achieve, maintaining good lap times while managing the tires well, and he delivered everything with relative calm. Back to Red Bull's development. From a positive perspective, after a difficult battle in Bahrain, the team is very pleased with the smooth progress of the Saudi battle. This competitiveness also surprised us a little. We didn't expect to have the upper hand against McLaren, and that certainly wasn't the case on Friday. The big improvement in competitiveness compared to Pérez is due to a number of factors, and we found the right direction in terms of setup, which once again proves that it is difficult to find the right setup for our car. But if we can find the optimal window, then the car is definitely competitive. Otherwise, they will be like Pérez, hovering around 6th place. This improvement is also related to the characteristics of the track. Pérez has many medium-speed corners and very bumpy roads, while Saudi Arabia is completely different. The speed in Jeddah is very fast,